Hello guys, this is my first series in the channel. It's r/EntitledParents episode 1, so without this awkward introduction, here we go! Alright, let's hop right into this first story. You can't just throw out a stranded pregnant mother and her toddler at 3 a.m. in the cold. Oh yes, I effing can. Buckle up, everybody, for this bumpy ride. Okay, so I was chilling in my living room around 3 a.m. playing some video games. My parents are out of town visiting some friends, and I decided to stay home, house to myself and all. So here I am, in nothing but my bra and panties, and there's a knock on the door. WTF, I think to myself. So I scrambled to get my clothes on and answer the door. It was a family acquaintance with her already whiny little brat. She's also visibly pregnant, and we'll get to why that part is important later. Hey, Name, what's going on? Her. My car broke down and tow company can't come and get my car until tomorrow. Think me and Brat's Name can crash here tonight? Me. Sure, you guys can sleep in the living room. I let them in. Me. Want anything to eat or drink? Her. Coffee if it's not any trouble. Me. Sure, no problem. So I go make some coffee when I see little Brat picking up my controller. Me. Hey, little guy, please put that down. Her. Oh, he can't play a game? Me. No, I'm in the middle of something, plus he wouldn't know how to play that game. Her. But he really wants to, don't you, little Brat? Little Brat. I want to play. Me. No, you can't play. Little Brat. I want to play, I want to play, I want to play, and throws the effing controller at the TV, shattering the screen. Me. WTF, I rush over to the TV. Her. Hey, don't you swear at my child. Me. You just let him destroy my TV like this. Her. You're the one who didn't let him play the video game. Me. I said no, and you have to teach your brat that he isn't owed jack word. Her. How dare you? Just wait until I tell your mother about how you treated him. You'll make a terrible mom. Me. I'm not having kids, but if I did, I wouldn't let them be spoiled like little brats like Brat. Okay. Her. You are being the brat right now. Just get a new TV and quit whining. Me. Yeah, I'll get a new TV with the money you pay me for the broken TV. Her. What? But you were the one who instigated the little brat. Her. Or, wait, no. Wait. Okay. Me. You know what? Just get the F out of my house. You and your brat are no longer welcome in my house. Her. WTF is wrong with you? I'm pregnant and I have a toddler and nowhere to go. You can't just kick out a stranded pregnant mother and her toddler at 3 a.m. in the cold. Me? Oh yes I can, you insufferable jerk. Get the F out of my house before I call the cops. Her, picking her brat up and heading towards the door. Just wait until I tell your mother about this. Me? Yeah, I'll gladly tell her about what little Brat did to the TV and you refuse to pay for. Her. You'll regret this, as she leaves. The next morning, I called my parents and explained what happened. They were very understanding because I was never raised to be a spoiled little cum stain. And Mommy jerk got an earful from my mom. If she didn't pay back, we would take her to small claims. As she tried to play the, oh, well, it's me, single pregnant mother, blah, 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 blah. But it didn't work, and she forked over the $500 for a new TV, and we cut contact with her. Edit. In case anyone is wondering, the reason Breeder and her, Brat stain were out at 3 a.m. is because the little brat demanded McDonald's and refused to go to bed unless he got it. So, honestly, what I'm thinking about this story is, 1, I'm sorry for reading it so wrong. I feel like trash. This is my first commentary. Please don't hurt me. Second off, I mean, a TV, personally, I'm a gamer myself. I play games quite often. But, it would hurt. I would physically feel dying if a small child, a toddler nonetheless, threw a controller at my TV and shattered it. I wouldn't have told them, I wouldn't have talked to them at all. I would have just kicked them out and said, pay up the fines or else. But in this story, Miss T's Rookie Kings, I suggest never coming in contact with any toddlers ever again. If you do have children, on the slight chance that you won't be traumatized by this, I suggest you raise them very well. I mean, don't ever... How do I explain this? Be nice, but be strict. You don't want them to hate you, but you don't want them becoming like a, as you put it, shit stain. And honestly, nobody wants one of those. Nobody wants one of those toddlers. So, with that, let's get on to story number 2. So, hopping into story number 2, it's EM laughs while EK gropes me repeatedly. So, for a little background, I worked in a pet shop, and this takes place a few weeks ago around 7:30 p.m., and we close around 8 p.m., so generally we avoid pet sales in the last half hour or so because it usually takes longer than that to do a sale. However, I was serving a customer who had come in earlier that day and bought everything that they need bar the hamster. Okay. And so I knew they had the right food, cage, bedding, toys, etc., etc. And it would not be long sale. Starring me, EM the entitled mother, EK the entitled child, M is my manager, FM1 and FM number 2 are the people that I am serving, family member 1 and 2, a young couple. Okay, so as I'm doing the sale, I notice EM and EK looking at the hamsters. I was about to sell, and EK was already being rather loud and annoying, banging on the cage and demanding to have the hamster. The EM telling her son to ask me whilst I was clearly talking to another group of people. I decided to head off the kid. Me, I'm serving right now, so if you go to another till, one of my other colleagues may be free to talk to you. Also, please don't bang on the cages, it scares the pets. EM, we just want that hamster, can't you just quickly get it out and then go back to serving? Me, we have to go through a fair bit to sell a hamster. It isn't that simple. Like I said, one of my colleagues can go through it, but it's unlikely for us to have time to sell one tonight. Then I go back to serving the couple I am with and talking about the possible health issues whilst the EM walks around, the tail point looking slightly annoyed, but oh well. She would be my colleague's problem. As I go through everything, EK hangs around, but at least he doesn't bang on the glass again. So I just wait for him to move off once he gets bored. Though, as I get the boxes out to check the hamster over and box it, up the EK realizes the hamster he wants is being sold and runs off to EP, who is talking to my colleague crying now how I am selling the hamster. FM1, poor kid, guess his mom should have bought him earlier on. FM2, pretty sure he should be in bed right now anyway. Me, I wish I was in bed right now. We joke a little, and I get everything ready when all of a sudden something touches my ass. I'm kneeling down at this point, and I think maybe brushed a healer against my ass for a moment, but it was a lot more pressure than that. I look back and EK is stood there, his hand still on my ass, so I scoop forward and swing around, locking the cage door as I go so the hamster doesn't escape. Me, where is your mom? You really shouldn't touch people like that, kid. EK, I want that hamster. Me, I'm selling the hamster to these people. If you want one, it will have to be a different one. FM number 2, go find your mom, little guy. EK, it is mine. Mummy says I can have what I want. Give it to me. The kid starts crying and reaches forward and grabs my chest area and squeezes my breast repeatedly in a groping motion. Not as if grabbing my shirt, causing me to jump up just as my manager is walking over and very confused to tell why the kid is touching me at all. She knows I am not fond of kids at all. FM2. Where's his mom gone? They look around for her as it is getting towards and obviously closer. They look around for her. They look around for her, annoyed as it is, getting toward closing, and obviously I should have been done by now with the sale. Everything all right? Me, the kid has grabbed me twice. FM1 groped her, not like grabbing your hand. Me, he grabbed my bum and just now my chest. Just then, the EM walks over to the crying son, who latches to her leg before she picks him up. EM, what did you do to my kid? Sounding rather annoyed. Manager. He inappropriately touched my employee twice. She laughs. The woman actually laughs at the fact her spawn groped me. EM, he likes grabbing people to get their attention for comfort. Especially ladies with big breasts. He's a kid. It's not weird. I will know I have DDs, but they're not what I would consider big. FM2. It's weird for anyone under age of 16, our age of consent, to grab a grown woman's ass. EM. And who are you? Manager. Why don't we go over here and my employee can finish the sale. I need English right now. The EM seems to sense and walks off, putting the EK down as she goes. He looks 5'6" and not very light. However, she does hold EK's entitled child's hand or anything. She doesn't hold entitled EK's. Give me a second to breathe. However, she doesn't hold EK's hand or anything, so he whirls back around and tries to get past me to the hamster's cage, pushing me, harshly grabbing at me, getting my hip close to my crotch, which hurts, so I shift, and the EM is chuckling a little, and it leaves the moment before she gets her kid off me. And it leaves it a moment, chuckling a little, and leaves it a moment before she gets her kid off of me. Me? Ouch, that hurts. Can you please stop? I move away from his as it hurts. The EK has decent nails on him. EM, he's just tired and wants a hamster. I think you're overreacting. Manager, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. We are closing soon, and your son's actions are making people uncomfortable. The EM huffs and actually leaves, muttering, which is nice. She didn't yell, but I am a little shaken that she thought it was funny for her kid to touch me in such a way. I finished the sale, the couple rather shocked that a kid acted in that manner, and the lady makes sure I am okay before they pay and leave with their new pet. My manager drove me home that night as well. She said she'd seen older men and women grope her employees, but never before kids. And I had been groped before whilst I worked in healthcare, but not by a kid. When an older man with dementia who had a stroke grabs you and makes a comment about nurses, it is easy enough to brush off. And no one ever laughed thinking it was funny either, especially the families if they saw their loved one doing it. Anyway, that's it. Happy to say EP and EK has never been back whilst I am on shift. So, what I'm thinking of your story, that is completely wrong. I can't believe a parent would why would a parent condone that type of behavior? It's just wrong. You said he looked 5 or 6, and, well, let's just say, that's so wrong. That's a 5 to 6 year old groping a full-grown woman. Now, if you ask me, that's not right in any way whatsoever. So, well, I'm glad you haven't seen them. It's kind of scary. Being groped by a child. I personally can't relate to that because I'm not a female, but that must suck to be just groped like that. Anyway, my overall for the story, I'd give it a weird but good. I'm saying it's good because, well, it was a good story, but it was a bad situation. Trust me, I am not good at this whatsoever. Yeah. With that, let's get on to the third story. Okay, and for story 3, I'm a dick for not giving my birthday presents. First of all, I'm Dutch, so English isn't my first language, so sorry for possible spelling errors, and everything is translated. And for all newbies, EM entitled Mom, K, EM Son, me, /little treehead, me, I use my username as my real name here. Dad. So this happened a few years ago on my 13th birthday. I just got back from school, and most of my friends and family were there already. But not EM. She got there about an hour later. I didn't mind because we didn't pick a time you had to be there, but she was the only one. So she got in together with Kay. They greeted me, so nothing strange happened yet. They gave me my present, money, and ate cake, talked a bit. But before they want to leave, they caused a scene. I got some Legos because it was my hobby, and Kay saw it. Kay, Mommy, I want that. EM, sure, Kay, just ask. Kay, little tree head, can I have your Lego? Me, sorry, Kay, but it's my hobby. I want to keep it. EM, are you a little too old for Legos? I was kind of confused by this, but said, just because it says 6 to 12 doesn't mean older people can't enjoy them. Kay was getting upset by this. EM, well, you are a teenager and you don't even have time. Me, fair point. EM, Kay is crying thanks to you. You should give it right now. Me, he isn't crying. He's a little upset. EM tried to grab it, but my dad came in. Dad, what are you doing? EM, little treehead is being a dick. Dad, little treehead, is that true? Me, well, Kay asked if he could have my Legos, and I politely told him no. Dad, then how is he a dick? EM turns red and leaves. And a side note they edited, so I know it isn't bad, but still, it's an EP story. Edit, just so everyone knows, I did some details to this dialogue, might not be as it was original, but it was still similar to this. So, what I'm thinking about for your story, don't contact them again. It seems, well, they are in fact an entitled parent, which is not good. But the kid, he really didn't do anything wrong. It was more of the mom. Cause the kid, I mean, he just wanted to play with Legos, he's obviously young, but, I mean, it's a kid, he wanted the Legos, yes, they are your Legos. It's understandable if he wants the Legos, cause he's a child. But the fact his mom is the one who backed him up on getting a birthday kid's Legos. So, I mean, it's just not right, Like, if an adult mother or father says, yes, my child wants this, give it to me now. That's not okay. They're definitely an entitled parent. And so I give this good story. It was fun to read. And definitely an entitled parent. So, that was my first video on entitled parents. I'm probably not going to get too far in this series before I shut down or take a break or something. I'm in high school. It's hard. But I'll tell you this one thing. If you guys want this, there will be more videos. And I do want to make more of these. So without further ado, thank you all for listening, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.